What's up everyone, it's Paul and LaFon bringing you another Overwatch League recap video. I can't even remember the last time I saw Chengdu play! It's a joke guys, London's the team that have been gone for quite a while, but Hunters have fielded a weird roster.
Thanks for explaining the joke, man. I would never have gotten it without you. Seriously though, this match is theoretically a toss-up. But with London having game tape and Chengdu blind, the Spitfire should have the edge. Also, Jihoon is Ameng 2.0.
On the point, it's up to the Hunters to make a response. So Spitfire still sitting pretty, still looking for the opportunity in the EMP, although finally drops it, hits four, Glister in from the back as Sanguinar sends Molly off the edge. The Spitfire roll back in, and this is going to be going to around 3.
Ameng going to be kicking himself for that one, gets booped off the map by a self-destruct. Not the way you normally see things going, but
of the early neutral exchange. Neither team, though, at the point here just yet is Amon getting very low, isolated and down. The return engage from the Spitfire, far more focused.
Nice frontlining by JMac. I thought that Chengdu had control of the point there, had control of the white room, that crucial location on the map, but is not to be. JMac rushing.
Now we got the flux in from Bernard, drops him down. That's all answering with the beat. But the Hunters in a losing situation, losing in poke damage and losing in players. The Spitfire going to continue the hold, and the Hunters now down to their final attack.
As well, we've seen how impactful that ultimate is in this fight.
Hunters, final chance to move on through. Amon gets bopped immediately. Highly just sets up London so well at the Amp Matrix, and the Hunters, not much left in the tank at this point. 98% for the Spitfire. Now they go for a little bit of emergency delay, but this should be it for the Spitfire, barring the miracle of miracles now for the Hunters.
Ameng with a classic spin to win, but eventually the Mei is going to get on him and freeze him up. There he goes. Now all-in dive. Leave on the Genji. Good luck, brother. I don't know how you're going to make that one work.
Yeah, Genji of all heroes towards the end. I don't know if Lee remembers what year this is, but of course it's just delay, and it's not for long. The Spitfire taking map 1, and now Spitfire, they can just grind this out. 6-on-5 in full control. Among in real danger right now. Getting chunked down. Decent halt though, sets up Jinbu. And now Jinbu perhaps on the way to tilt this around. Although it's Spitfire though on the other side, and this is a bloodbath. Both sides back and forth as Bacon Jack ends up on top, but not before Spitfire take the point.
Yeah, some kills come in, but too little too late here. Your spawn is so far back as the defenders. Once you lose this point, there's no hope for contesting Cart in this
game. Space as time continues to burn off the clock.
This very passive hold might come to bite Chengdu as they get all caught up by the blizzard in the small room. Bacon Jack takes down, although at the same time the point is just kept. No one's defending.
Chengdu! What are they doing? How does this keep happening?
That was pretty brutal. I mean, the first time it happened on first point, I don't really blame them. They were dropping players like flies. But in that circumstance, they definitely could have come out of that corner. You know, and at the same time, I like the idea of playing in the corner, but I think they pushed it a little too far. Shield pressure to punish this extremely defensive style that the Hunters are attempting to go for. But Trance is committed by Krillin. It's an all-in from Spitfire, and it seems like it's going to be heavily punished here.
Yeah, Bernard getting frozen out, trying to disengage. They're down Mei. Now they do swap up. Listeners back over to the Hanzo, but this is rough. Spitfire's getting staggered really hard, and they're losing even more time, so that was just weird that Spitfire decided to commit there.
Yeah, and Bernard even tried to use the Gravitic Flux, but got frozen out of it.
Spitfire, 15 seconds left. They have to find a way to break through. The Hunters finally in a firm foothold, but they lose Jinmu. That's a start here for the Spitfire. 6-on-5, JMac just being fortified, running on through. Now the Hunters looking for any way to turn it back around, but they're bleeding players one by one. Dragon Strike out from spawn, counter Dragon in from Blister does far more, and the Spitfire finish it out in overtime.
Really nice Mei wall by Although on the Mei for the London Spitfire. It cuts off the Orisa from the enemy Transcendence, and Velton Molly just not able to keep Ameng up. Without the Orisa, there's no one
trying to limit Bacon Jack's sightlines.
Although now Elsa and Bacon Jack are moving away on the flank, trying to get that long angle. Jinmu poking from the front, takes down Bernard, and oh, Glister turns it around. That's so critical here. They needed that.
Spitfire fighting a limb for a limb. Jinmu, Amon off to the side, nice wall up, and just shakes the pressure. Nice movement from Amon.
Great work by this Mei, though, staying alive, being such a nuisance on the defense. Bacon Jack takes down Glister, though, and there shouldn't be anybody left to oppose a Widowmaker. They're fighting back on the defense. These Halt Rock combos, even though Glister's still on the rollout, they're managing to hold here.
I love how I just cursed Among there, where he shakes the pressure and then just eats 2 headshots at the same time. 1 Widow, 1 Mei. Chengdu, though, struggling to get through, down to their final 2 minutes. Spitfire hanging on. Glister finds Elsa. And this is, again, going to be delaying Chengdu even more.
I think this is going to be a hold here for the defense. Great work. Short-handed on defense. Junkertown first. This is one of the hardest points to recontest in the game, so you got to give props to Bernard and Although, who really held down the point there while they were risking. That's a good trade for the defense, I would say. Supercharger's so critical here. J-Mac almost has his online, and that'll end the fight pretty much when he gets it up.
Moves out of the fight. They can't rely on him. Now they have to look to Bacon Jack, who's come up short for most of this, but not anymore. Takes down Glister. Bacon Jack, do you have more left? It's up to Bacon Jack for now. Although, drops the Blizzard under pressure. Gonna get the freeze here. Takes down Vental. And the Spitfire just continue to persist. And the Hunters are just about out of time.
Oh, Although is so deadly. He's crushing through the flank, taking a 3v1, and somehow finding a couple picks there. Great work by this Mei, being so elusive and so annoying. And this is going to be the full hold for the London Spitfire, as they're going to go up here in the series with another map win.
Spitfire, easy defense.
And Ana potentially forcing Veltal to back away. But at the same time, you're going to have to be dealing with constant Halt Rock pressure from the front line of the London Spitfire.
Hiley finds leave very early, and that's just going to make things easier for the Spitfire here. The res comes in from this Jake.
Yeah, and Among, he really has not been able to charge much Primal Rage at all, and that's the crucial ultimate. Now, Chengdu charging into point, or rather, the London are charging into point. Chengdu, no real resistance here. Nade is purely defensive.
Difficult right now for the Hunters, who discombobulated. Jinmu in real danger here, getting 2v1'd to the side. Among and Jinmu both down, and the Spitfire making it look easy right now.
Yeah, Hiley and Krillin just sitting in the back, farming damage here. Winston really struggling. I just think this comp is so awkward from Chengdu. Like, how does McCree play the game against this? He's just going to be shooting shields 24/7. Even if charges EMP is another second of payload push.
Chengdu looking for anything to turn around. No, Amon gets frozen and taken down. Doesn't even get the chance to build Primal. And even if he did, he was frozen. It wasn't going to come out. Spitfire in full control. They drop the Supercharger. Chengdu minus Amon just back down. And Jinmu goes for the clone on the Tracer, builds an early Pulse Bomb. You have a chance to throw it on anyone. No, spends a lot of this clone just off to the side and ends up taking damage, ends up losing the clone, losing his Echo. This is a bit of a disaster right now for the Hunters.
Although on the Mei, we gave him the Cheez-It Grooves crunch time play, but there he comes up again with a massive headshot on the Jinmu in the Tracer form, and a big step by Glister. Oh, it's countered!
In what has been just a den of misery so far. Bernard dropping the Flux to the side, looking to drop Molly right to Doom. Both supports gone for the Hunters, and this is bad for the Hunters. I don't know how else to say it. This is a stomp.
Yeah, the card is just rolling forward constantly. What I was saying there earlier, though, is Jinmu's Echo ult got completely shut down. The headshot from...
This is the start of something new. EMP to the back, hits 2. Immortality field up, though. Krillin still fine. Among falls, looking for the follow-through. Hunters all in, trying to make the most out of this EMP. They delve J-Mac, it's still winnable. The bomb takes down Krillin. But it is a lot of resources being spent here by the Hunters.
Yeah, they will get the fight win, though, so this is like a minimum threshold of what's acceptable in that fight. Great work by Hiley. I want to highlight his play there, though. He dropped his Immortality field at the exact moment that the EMP comes out, so even though Hiley himself gets...
Spitfire, though, dropping Supercharge earlier. Chengdu Hunters so low. Elsa and Among in danger. Among just barely able to pop Primal in time. Molly out of the fight. Among had the Nano. Krillin out of the fight. Looking for a little bit of disruption here, if anything. Into the corner, low HP. Is Amon gonna take this? Looking for it, finds Hiley. Just barely, gives his life for it.
Jinmu on the copy here, but once again shut down. Really painful.
They're getting progress while this all goes on also, where...
Trade out when you want to play dive comp against Orisa comp. Orisa comp will sit there and trade with you all day long, and they're going to absolutely dominate in the trade. You have to be decisive with the initiation, but that's exactly what Aming does here. 2 pickups, and they're the perfect backline kills.
Among to the back, giving Chengdu Hunters a breath of life when they need it most. Finally, the Spitfire get punished, and it is going towards a full reset, but
Another headshot onto this Tracer copy. Jinmu just cannot get a break here.
they drop the EP onto 3, but Highly again, a well-timed immortality field right after, and Chengdu can't stay on the point. However, the upside here for the Hunters is that they did even out the time bank a bit towards the end, where as much as they got Vettel, and we'll see if this is enough, Panic Hammond in here from Among, and the Spitfire just continue to hang on. The Blizzard is out, but Bernard is down. The Hunter's still in this fight.
Nano onto Veltal, and he finds 2 on the Zenyatta. Third, the Nano Boost Zenyatta is chopping them up, and they're able to capture first point. Somehow, the Hunters get the payload moving, but they've got a long road to get
Jinmu probably wants to go for some tanks right now. He spent a lot of this time not shooting anyone, gets the early pulse bomb, gets the stick! Ooh, that's 4 for Jinmu! Unbelievable! Another stick! Jinmu right on in there! And that's a duplicate for the ages.
Well, this time the Tracer pays off big time. Huge pulse bomb bite. See this flank once more. Oh, this looks so juicy, and it is. Oh my word.
Yeah, it's the stick blows up to, he's like, wait, I can charge another. Oh, dirty stuff coming in there. But now the Spitfire, can they delay Chengdu a little bit longer? It's still 13 seconds left. Still the Spitfire at an advantage. Among moving in, Molly already down. Among looking for any sort of knockoff here. Bomb to the back. And Glister going, you think Trace is pretty good? Yeah, it is. 3 for Glister, about to put Chengdu out of the map, out of the series. It's a Spitfire taking it 3-0.
Yeah, nice little highlight reel from
Their player of the match, it's Alvo, who, as we said, fancy footwork on the May.
And, you know, thinking back to London's previous successes earlier on in the season, I was highlighting them as being a brawl team, a team that wants to play that Reaper May rush comp with Ryan. I was wondering how they would do without that Ryan and Reaper in particular, without those heroes in the mix. And it seems that although May was maybe a bigger part of that rush comp success than I previously realized, he's so sharp on the hero, not just when you're playing a rush comp and focusing on freezing the enemies to set up your Reaper, but also when he's focused on using the Icicles in the Orisa comp. Those headshots on the Jinmu's Tracer copy shut him down time after time. And, you know, the one time Jinmu wasn't shut down, he absolutely crushes the rest of the London Spitfire. But that just shows how critical it is that although he's so accurate with his Icicles, he breaks the copy 3 consecutive times on London's attack round.
To stay up to date with all things Overwatch League, make sure to check out one of our other recap videos.